We're dating. How far can we go physically? Is kissing okay? What about French kissing? What about nakedness? What about nakedness from just the waist up? These and other questions are relatively common in dating, and I think they've been answered by the first clip on God's design for dating. But sometimes it helps us just to think through and apply the principles. First of all, go to Scripture and recall that Scripture clearly says there should not be even a hint of sexual immorality among you. Paul says in Timothy, treat those older as fathers or mothers and those younger as brothers or sisters. So that's the gold standard. And the question is, are you treating one another as brother, sister, father, mother as you're dating? And you may say, okay, look, that's taking it a little bit far because obviously there's chemistry here. We love each other. We're excited by one another, and it is different to a father, mother, brother, sister. And I concede that. But still I would say the context of that, the point is purity. Treat each other with purity. The same kind of purity as you would treat other relationships. And that purity is about a commitment to Christ, a commitment to each other, and a commitment within community. And so the questions to ask about how far can we go physically are really questions to ask on the basis of what way of relating to each other helps us in our relationship with Jesus. Does the way we're interacting physically build our relationship of purity towards Christ? Secondly, does the way we're relating physically build our relationship of integrity towards one another? And a good test of that is to say, if this didn't end in marriage, would we feel that we've given too much or taken too much from each other? Would we have robbed one another of something that would have been better to save for marriage? And generally speaking, the better question is, how much can we save for marriage? I know when I married my wife, there was not a day in the 27 years that I've been married that I've ever thought, I wish I'd done more physically with her or with others before I got married. Not a single day do I think that. I'm so happy with everything that we saved for marriage. It's only been a good deposit into the life that we've lived together. And the third question to ask is, are we building in purity with community? Are you being vulnerable with those who've walked this journey before and receiving their input and advice into your situation? Pride is what will keep us away from those three. Pride will make a judgment on how this is helping my relationship with God, how this is helping my relationship with the other person, and whether we're transparent in community. Humility will go to the Scriptures and go to Jesus in prayer and say, Lord, I want to honor you with my life. I want to honor you with the life of this person I love. Humility will want to save for that person, either for the marriage that you're going to have with that person or for the marriage that that person will have with someone else. And humility will be vulnerable to those who've walked before, who have your best interests at heart, and receiving their advice. And you may say, so it's actually up to us. There isn't a law. And I would say, absolutely, yes. God calls you to treat each other with purity, and you will stand before Him one day and give an account. There isn't a law. I can't tell you to kiss here or kiss there or do this at this point or do that. This is your relationship, and it's about your commitment to Christ, your commitment to each other, and how you live that out within the community of faith. It's a huge responsibility. God sees this as a big deal, and this is a huge question that you're answering, and you need to give an account for how you choose to live your life. May God bless you as you seek Him in this and lay a foundation for your future that's solid for the blessing of generations to come.